gotta know where you're standing, man. I know people that I ask them, yo, you know where you at right now, geographically in New York? Where you at? They won't even know. They don't even know. If I show them a map of New York,
we gotta get a map of New York too.
If I show them a map of New York, bro, they won't even know where they at. It's very important, man. You gotta know geographically where you standing, man. Why are you here? You know what I'm saying?
Real shit. Okay, so we talked about a lot. We talked a little geography. We talked cultural differences. We got to go a lot more in depth.
Yeah.
You know, but there's a couple things that I wanted to kind of get out the way. Him being Afro-Latino. We're going to use the word Afro-Latino.
Go ahead.
Right?
That's what's hot now, right? That's what they want to hear.
That's what's trending, goddammit.
They came out the woodwork, though. You know what I'm saying? Now we here. Now, yeah, okay. You know what I'm saying?
But you've been here.
They're excited now. So now we're getting represented.
You've been here for thousands of years, right?
It's all right.
So, I'm Afro-Caribbean, so what I want to do...
So am I.
Yeah, well, yeah. I guess. Yeah.
You see?
Yeah.
It's the same shit. It's the same shit.
You speak Spanish, I speak English.
It's the same shit.
It's the same shit.
I'm Afro-Caribbean, but the thing is, they don't accept that. They don't. If I say I'm Afro-Caribbean,
you are.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Dominican. What you talking about Afro-Caribbean? Yeah.
That's true. He's right.
But DR's
you don't hear me say he's right a whole lot, but
it's DR's more in the Caribbean than a lot of Caribbean countries that are like Guyana. DR is in the center. It's like literally DR and it's whole one island.
Yeah.
Hispaniola is DR and Haiti. It's more in the center of the Caribbean than any other island, bro. Like Panama, they classify Panama as Caribbean. Yeah, they have a Caribbean coast, and they accept them as Caribbean also. But Panama is not a Caribbean island. It's in Central America. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you're good. What we're gonna touch on, man? I want to give my favorite peoples in the Caribbean. I want you to tell me your top 3 favorite cultures. Let's get a little controversial, baby. You know what I'm saying? No clickbait.
Top 3 favorite
but
cultures.
I want to know, like I have my perspective on culture in the Caribbean. I have 3 top islands that I like, cultures that I like. You know what I mean?
Okay.
I want to know your 3 cultures that you like. How about that?
I like Caribbean. I like the Caribbean, English Caribbean though. I love
Spanish-speaking Caribbean.
I love the English. I love the English Caribbean culture too. There's an island that I love in the Caribbean. English.
Well, let's just talk about Spanish-speaking. No, why are you trying to run from that?
I'm not running. I'm gonna say it.
Listen, give me your top 3 favorite.
Colombia, Panama, and Cuba.
In that order?
Colombia, Panama, and Cuba.
What you love about Cuba? What you love about Panama? What you love about Cuba?
High population of blacks that speak Spanish. Very high population, and it's easily, of course, you can relate to, the culture.
A lot
better. Of course, you can't deny that. Right. Although I can relate to anybody. I'm
you
U.S. raised, so you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So, but Colombia is such a wonderful place, man. They have about 5 to 6 million blacks that people don't know about. They have the highest population of black people.
Wow, I never knew that.
In the highest population, but the highest percentage is Dominican Republic. They have the highest population of blacks, but the high percentage is DR. Of course, Colombia being a country over 40 million people, there's only 5 million of black Colombians, and that's including other mixed race.
But they have the most absolute numbers,
right? The most numbers, just like Brazil. Brazil got the most numbers. They don't have the highest percentage of blacks. But Colombia, man, I love salsa music. You know what I'm saying? Growing up in a, Hispanic culture, whatever you want to call it, Hispanic. I don't even know what to call it.
Oh, wait, Hispanic and Spanish.
I don't even know. Listen, people of Latin descent are so confused. They don't even know. When back in the...
No, they gonna come for you in the comments.
I don't give a damn. Listen, I don't give a damn. Look.
Geo Rich on the shit.
You have to say these things.
All right.
There's so many Afro influenced cultures in Colombia. You got Cali, you got Barranquilla, you have Medellin. There's so many, that that's not exposed. When you hear, when you see Colombian images, you only see the white Colombians and stuff like that. But man, they have a rich African culture down there. They have towns and villages that they're proud to be black. They are, they look, you know, they completely 100% black. They have let's show you a sign of Black Lives Matter. They did a mural about, because a lot of people don't understand that. You know, people think that they don't like black Americans. No, black people in South America and in the Caribbean, Spanish-speaking people, black ones, they look up to African Americans because they started up the fight in the biggest nation, in the wealthiest nation. They started up the fight for equality. You know what I'm saying?
So
and
there's a certain level of respect.
They look up to African Americans. They know the Martin Luther King, you know, Malcolm X, and all that stuff. You go to a town, if you go to a town in Panama, in DR, or in a black town. I'm talking about a black town.
Yeah, not the.
I mean, remember, this is the difference. The problem is we like to mix everybody together. There's Afro-Latin culture is a culture within the culture. I told you this before. It's a culture within the culture.
I don't know that. I never knew that. I always thought they adopted a lot of
it is, but you can't.
The mainstream culture in those countries,
but you can't get away from it. The problem is you can't get away from it because it's part of us too. You can't get away from that. You can't get away from that. So Latin culture has all those elements: the Afro element, the European element, the native element. The native element is huge too.
Yeah.
You know, there's words that are literally in the native language. Like I told you, the word hurricane, that's huracan. That comes from the native Taino Indian word. That's the word bohío, which is like a old house.
We had a big debate on the native, what we call natives, Taino Indians,
the Taino, Arawaks, Quechua, all the people,
and who
Aztecs,
and who the Olmecs were, like. We'll get into that another time. We got so many topics to touch. Yeah. You know, you just gotta stay tuned. It's gonna be very exciting. But go ahead, bro. My bad.
Colombia is a wonderful country. I would love to visit that country and specifically go to Cali. I love my Colombian people. I love Panama. A lot of people are Panamanian of Jamaican descent. When they went to build the Panama Canal there, there's a big black population. They're a minority in Panama, but the Afro-Panamanian are actually the ones that started this Reggaeton movement. You know, they started off.
Wait,
they are the ones that really started it. Not Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico just took it to another level. Puerto Rico took it to another level, but Panama was the one because of the Jamaican influence that that they had in Panama.
Right.
Like great-grandparents of Panamanians were actually Jamaicans and Bajans and people from the Caribbean.
But on culture.
Mostly Jamaicans, though. It was mostly Jamaicans.
Wow.
But because of that influence of the Caribbean culture,
isn't some of those people when they went to those countries they became Garifuna?
No, well, they don't have Garifuna. They don't got Garifuna in
Panama.
In Panama, that's more like
because I heard
Garifuna
in Belize, right? The blacks in Belize,
right? They came from the Caribbean.
Jamaican. They have a lot of Jamaicans.
They came from another island. I think it was from. I forgot what the island they came.
My mentor. Shout out to Gus. My mentor. He's from Belize. Right. He's hopefully we can get him on the show to talk about Belizean culture and how it's close to Jamaican culture. And he said a lot of his descendants came from Jamaica.
Right.
So that's why I thought that it was the same thing with Panama.
No, the Panamanian people, the black Panamanians.
Panamanians are very Jamaican too. They have a Jamaican swag.
Because of the Panama Canal. They built the Panama Canal in the beginning of the 20th century. I think it was Theodore Roosevelt that started it, and they imported all those people to work on the canal. Panama was part of Colombia. A lot of people don't know. America was the one that really, because America wanted that passage to get those ships, instead of if you wanted to ship something from New York to go all the way to Los Angeles or something, you had to go all the way down here instead of just cutting through here. This is Panama right here. Now you're cutting this halfway over here. Before you had to go do this. It's a lot of that's a long distance right here. This is instead of doing that, you cutting this way, and then now you're on the West Coast.
Right. Geo Rich.
1914, 1916, 17. That's when they, started building. Or it started earlier, maybe in 1910 they started building it. So now you got those descendants that didn't go back to Jamaica or Barbados or all those islands. So they stay in Panama. So now they have children. So these children and grandchildren, now they're Panamanian. They assimilate into the culture, but they still have that Afro-Caribbean culture in Panama.
So hot take, Panama was the genesis of the reggaeton movement, right?
Yes,
that's what
because
we're
of
saying.
the connection to Jamaica. They have so much. They have such a strong connection, and not all Black Panamanians are of Jamaican descent. Now, let me tell
I got you.
Not all Panamanian,
but the ones who started the reggaeton movement.
Yeah, no, of course. This guy, shout out to my man, El General. Now he's evangelical and all that stuff. El General. He was the pioneer of that movement. El General. Bien buena, mami, tú te ves bien buena. Bien buena, tú te ves bien buena. El General, man.
That shit sound hard. I don't know what the hell he's saying.
Look him up. He did basically all the songs that we're doing in English from Jamaica. He did it in Spanish. He did put this twist. Afro-Caribbean, Afro-Latino, just like you, me. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
El General.
Shout out to Tego, though. He's my favorite.
Tego Calderon, man.
Yeah.
My man.
Yeah, Tego is that deal. I love Tego.
My man is...
Y'all can have Daddy Yankee. Shout out to Daddy Yankee, too, but, Tego is that guy, man.
Tego's the truth, man.
Yeah, word.
Tego's the truth.
Anyway, so...
Always represented, man.
So, that was a nice dissertation on why you like what cultures you like.
I like that, and I said, in Cuba, of course, Cuba, man, a lot of Black Cubans over there. The music is very similar. The people is very similar to the people in DR, Blacks, and
so why didn't you mention DR, man?
And DR, of course, that's my culture. I love it.
But you gotta put it in the top 3.
No, but you said favorite islands, favorite people.
So you put
I can't mention my own. DR is like, it's my love. I love my people, bro.
Okay.
I also
clean it up nice.
I love my people. There's a lot of shit that I don't like about them, you know what I'm saying? But a lot of stuff I call them out even worse than other people. When you call out your own, that shows right there that you really you're really in sync with what's going on, because you can't just attack other people's culture. You have to go from within and see and call your people out first and say, motherfuckers doing, y'all ain't doing it right, man.
Yeah. And we're gonna break down, what we don't like about our culture.
I love DR, man. DR is an exceptional culture.
Yeah, DR. I want to go there. Not for the women. You know what I mean? I feel like, I think in America there's this concept of going to DR because, paying for, you go over there, pay for sex, and prostitution is legal, and all this shit.
The women are beautiful, so.
And the women are beautiful, but I just.
Black women too. So you're gonna find Black women over there.
Oh man, stop it. Anyway.
I mean,
my thing is this.
What do you think a lot of brothers go over there for?
Yeah, no, it's true. But my thing is this, man. I was watching this brother on YouTube who I won't mention. He was talking about the reason why Dominican women, when they come here, they don't know you. He was like, in DR, they'll message you. In DR, you go and you pay and you have a good time and it's cool and it's fine. But once they come to this country, they're like, oh wait, I'm here now. You know what I mean? But that's any culture. I think that's any culture. I don't think you're dealing with the same type of women. You gotta understand. There's a section just for that, and then there's other. There's a section of the population. But that's what we hear.
Those people, the prostitutes, they can't come here, bro. They don't got you know how much, it costs and all this shit to these people will come from poor neighborhoods. They don't got all the assets and all the resources to be able to move do all the paperwork. So those people, the ones that come, they have the resources or through through other family members to come. So of course they're not gonna be. But
I think that's every culture, though. That's to be fair to what happens in DR with that. But I just think it's too overblown. Because brothers say all the time, yo, you gotta go to DR, son. You gotta go. And I'm like, I don't know if I want to go.
Listen, people are just
because of the women.
People are just finding out about DR, man.
I want to go because of the culture. I want to see the Afro. Like he's always telling me, there's a strong African sense that people they wear the Africanity in a way where we don't think they do. Like, so I want to go over there and see that. You know what I'm saying? Primarily.
I told you about the Congos of Villamella, which they've been playing the Congos for 500 years. Come on, 500 years is in UNESCO World Heritage. 500 years. Believe me, they didn't forget about their African heritage. They've been playing over there 500 years, the Congos. And that's another point of contention between me and Gio. We disagree. He has his opinion on who was more African or who held on to the culture, from after the slave trade. Who
who held onto the culture more, whether it's those countries or it's whether the English speaking countries, and that's a point of contention. We'll get to that. You know what I mean? We can go on all day for that with that shit. You know what I'm saying?
I got to get a little more saucy. Man.
Come on, man. Go ahead. So yeah. So those are your first. Yeah. Hook me up. Those are his 3 favorite cultures. What about the women, man? Oh, you wanna go with me, or you wanna?
I want you to say. I already said.
All right.
And listen, I wanted to throw in a Jamaican there, man. I love Jamaican culture, man.
That's an inside joke.
That's my perspective.
That's an inside joke.
I love Jamaican culture.
Listen,
I love it.
Okay, so my favorite 3 islands, culture-wise, in the English-speaking Caribbean, number 1 would have to be Haiti. Although Haiti they speak English, but you know, they speak French, they speak Creole, but Haiti to me has to be my favorite culture in the Caribbean. That's number 1. Because of, you know, what they've done, you know, in 1804 and how they still wear it proud, and they're super duper proud, and they're very close knit culture. That's why. The second, I would have to go with Barbados. Right? People say, why are you like? Because Barbados' economy is always up there. It's two Bajan dollars to $1 US
small
dollar.
Population, they have more control of their people.
Small population, and they're very bright.
Not a lot of poverty.
Exactly, not a lot of poverty, and they're really like a symbol to what these Caribbean countries should aspire to be. You know what I'm saying? From my opinion, like, I feel like, you know, this is something that we have to, you know, look at their blueprint, like what they doing. You know what I mean? Because our economies in the Caribbean aren't where they should be. Yeah. We both agree on that. You know, whether it be, you know, Afro-Latino, not Afro, but Latin world,
ahead,
or the Caribbean world.
It's all right.
Anyway, what other terms I'm
what else
right?
are you gonna say, man?
So,
you have to say it.
And my third favorite would have to be a tie between Jamaica and Trinidad. Right?
You like Jamaica?
I'm from.
You like Jamaica?
Yes, I do. I
love Jamaica. Let me tell you, all my Jamaicans,
we got some controversial stuff coming up on
Jamaica.
that.
I love
Stay
Jamaican
tuned
culture,
about Jamaica. You know, I have a hot take, you know, on Jamaican culture.
Culture or just
no? Well, a particular thing. We're gonna get to that. Hey, listen, my best friend in the world is Jamaican. You know, that's my homie, my ride or die, my day one. You know, shout out to my boy Kenny. We got the same.
By the
name.
way, we are observant of cultures. That's what we are. We're not trying to be, you know,
the aficionados.
We're not the authority on culture. We're not the authority, and I'm not telling people, you know, this is the way. No, we just observe. We New Yorkers. We live here with a very huge Caribbean community.
And
very
culture,
huge,
period.
Very huge culture. Yeah, everybody's here.
Everybody's here.
From everywhere. You know what I'm saying? So we just observe the cultures, and we take out, you know.
We take the good, the bad, and the indifferent, and we display the difference.
We don't try to offend nobody. We love everybody, you know what I'm saying? And we just take
that shit sounds
just take our view.
Yeah, so Jamaican Trinidad tie for third. I love
home?
the reason why. Yeah, of course.
You had to exclude your own. That's
I'm mentioning my own.
Okay,
you gotta love yourself.
I love Trini culture too, man. Shout out to all my Trinis out there.
Anyway,
this is my favorite Trini now. You know what I'm saying?
Anyway, I'm African, by the way.
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm alright.
Well, you know what I mean.
So you don't want to be Trini?
No.
You don't want to be Trini?
I was born in the Caribbean, in Trinidad. However, I identify myself as African first, right?
Okay.
Because I feel like we lost a lot of our heritage, a lot of our culture, and a lot of.
So you don't like the nationality?
Who we are. I feel like
I
think you shouldn't fly that flag first. I think we should connect on the fact that we're African first, and that's my whole thing. I'm like, yo, dog, like we're African first. If we can under that umbrella,
we have a lot of issues to get to that first, man.
I know, but I'm just saying.
Africa,
in my world, I feel like we have to connect that way, like because we can't do it saying, oh, you from DR, this one's from Jamaica, I'm from Trinidad, he's from Haiti, he's from Ecuador, this one's from Honduras, and that keeps us separate. If we can say, listen, we're all African first, then you can.
That's strong. That's very difficult, to be honest with you. To be completely honest, it's very difficult because in Africa they don't have it together. They are very separate.
Well, the continent is a whole different.
So
we're gonna have a whole different day.
It has to start from the motherland. They have to set the example.
No.
Yes, they do.
I think it's a holistic thing. We gotta all do it. It just can't be. It can't be on one
They
people.
have to get it together first.
No.
The motherland got to get right first, man. If they don't get it right, we'll never get it right.
I believe.
We are trying.
I don't believe it's where you're from. I believe it's where you're at.
But that's
and
the
what you
genesis,
do.
though. That's